get ready. I'm just going to sit back, chit chat. I just want to talk as if you are here in the flesh with me. Some things have happened over the last week, and I just feel like chatting with my girlfriend. So get yourself a beverage, get yourself a snack, whatever it is that you need to do to entertain yourself while I entertain you as well. And let's get into this. So yesterday I drug my kids to Sephora because for the birthday gift this year you can choose to have points, but you have to activate it at the store or purchase something online to add the points to your cart. And I didn't feel like buying anything. And I wanted to get a sample of this foundation. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. So we're going to give this a go today. I've been wanting to try this for a while, but because I've been really hardcore committed to using up my IT Cosmetics CC cream, or at least I should say I'm committed to using one foundation at a time right now. So once that is gone, I've been trying a bunch of different foundations to see what I actually want to purchase, like what works the best for me all the time. And so I got the shade Patagonia in this. Whoops. Once again, this jankety little table is like this big, okay? And it has everything I could possibly need to use for this Get Ready With Me on it. So I believe that this is shade medium, like the lightest shade in the medium category, because I have a little bit of a tan going on right now. I've been outside a lot. This actually might be too dark. I'm not sure. I picked it out myself. My kids were there with me. All the associates were busy, and so I thought, you know what, I can just color match myself real quick here. I think it actually might be a good shade. But I've been outside a lot, doing yard work, doing a lot more gardening, planting things. This morning I mowed the lawn and watered the plants and all that, and then I hung some outdoor lights, like not landscaping ones, like patio, those string lights. They are I'll link them below, they're from Lowe's. But I have already had some up, but I wanted to buy another strand to illuminate my backyard even more. It makes me think of like a garden party, or remember that scene from Dennis the Menace when they all come over to, watch this flower that blooms, for like 10 seconds, once a year or something crazy, or once every so many years. And then of course they all miss it because that child is Dennis the Menace. Anyways, so I think about a garden party, but I've just kind of been making my yard a little bit more of an oasis so we can really enjoy being out there. Okay, let's talk about this foundation, because as I'm blending this is the first time I'm wearing it. I'd have to say it's very smooth. It's like a soft satin. Well, it's very smooth looking. It's not flat matte, but it's got like a soft satin finish, I'd say. It kind of is reminding me of like satin finish in paint. I can't remember the specs on this, but I think it's supposed to be a longer lasting foundation with like a natural finish. That's what I like. I don't like something too dewy, nor do I like something too matte. I like it to really just mimic skin. Man, I like the coverage on this. I like how that blended out. We'll see how it lasts today. Today in the next 7 days, it's supposed to be over 100 degrees, heat index over 100. It's been we've had a beautiful summer up to this point, but I'd have to say the last week, like a real Texas summer from what I remember in years prior, has rolled in, and it's here to stay for a bit. But August is notoriously, from my experience of living here, this will be my 3rd summer. No, August is like brutal. It's like by far the worst. The kids are winding down, getting ready for school. Now you're kind of stuck inside unless you're at the pool because it's so hot that even just parking your car and walking from a parking lot into a building is torture, because a parking lot is just so hot with the pavement. Apologize if I still sound a little nasally. I've also this past week acquired a head cold. Let me tell you, it really knocked the wind out of my sails. I usually have a pretty high energy, and I know when I'm not at my normal energy level, when after an hour of being awake, I'm exhausted. I get done with my morning chores, and then I'm like, okay, I need a nap. And of course, that doesn't happen when you have appointments and places to go and kids to care for and all that stuff. So needless to say, this week, we haven't been our usual active selves riding bikes and going to the pool, because I've had a cold. Just going to the grocery store and back has just been like, oh my gosh, so exhausting. Now my daughter seems to be coming down with what I had. See, it started with my son, and then I got it, and now she kind of has it. So we're just kind of going to lay low today aside from going up to Kendra Scott, because during the month of your birthday, you get to pick out one piece of jewelry for 50% off. So I don't like to skip this opportunity because this is usually when I buy something from Kendra Scott. That and when it's on sale, or in the month of October, I use my daughter's birthday. And that's when I usually go in and get some jewelry. Now, it's in-store only, so unfortunately, you can't just take advantage of that and order something online. You do have to go in-store. I'm going to set with the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. If you are dry, this is a wonderful powder. I have three powders, and one I use when I'm more oily, one I use this one when I'm definitely experiencing a little bit more dryness. This powder also has a really lovely blurring property to it. It really just kind of blurs out them pores, which is fine by me. Bronzing with my Hourglass bronzer. This is like the never-ending bronzer. I feel like all of my bronzers look just as new as when I first bought them, and I want to say this is at least 4 years old, so I don't know. Now, I don't go in heavy with a lot of bronzer. I just do, like, you know, a little bit, just to kind of warm up the skin, not look crazy. So I was watching a Wayne Goss video, and he was saying to take the bronzer like this over your face to kind of mimic like sun-kissed, I guess. This is his brush too that I use for bronzer. What number is this? Number 11. You can use it for lots of things, but I really particularly like to use it for bronzer. I don't like a really dense brush. Maybe a dense foundation brush is fine, but I don't like a dense brush at all, because then when you dip it into the product and you like take too much accidentally, or you're like absent-mindedly doing something because your mind is elsewhere, preoccupied, if it's too dense, it picks up too much product, and then you apply it to your face and it's like, it's stuck there. You ain't getting that bronzer anywhere else, and no. You know, I bought this brush on a recommendation, but I find it incredibly scratchy, not very soft, and just really fake feeling. It's the MAC 129 short handle. What I do like about it is that, like, when you do apply blush like this, you can really do like a flicking motion. But I much prefer the Wayne Goss number 14 brush I always use, but I wanted to give it a use because, well, once again, you buy these things, right? So you feel the pressure to use them. I'm going to be using Tom Ford's Flush. I love this blush. I use this primarily in the summer. It is so pigmented. Like, this is so much product. I almost feel like you need to buy this and share it with all 10 of your friends, because, like, that's all you're going to need is just that little bit. And I'm even going to do a little bit of, because this is so pigmented, you can easily go overboard. But yet it's such a beautiful flush to the cheeks. It's just a great color, but definitely tap your brush off or you're going to look like a clown. I love blush. I love when you apply it, how it just completely transforms the face. Like, face products are my favorite to apply because I like to see the transformation happen. Okay, and now I'm going to spray my face with this for Sully. Okay, so I like this. It smells good and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not so in love with this that I'm like, I'm definitely repurchasing this, put it that way. I kind of feel like mine, I should go to Sephora and smell a new one. I ordered this online, but I kind of feel like it smells a little spoiled or something. And you know, when you order online, you have no way of checking dates or anything. You're just trusting that they're going to send you a new one, or at least not one that's been sitting on a shelf somewhere. It says it lasts for 12 months, but I bought this, and initially, I don't know, I wasn't like impressed with it, and I know I had smelled it in the store, which is why I was like, ooh, I really like that. So I think mine's kind of bad. I'm going to give this product another go. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. What shade is this? Medium brown. It's really highly pigmented. I think for someone who already has a good brow going on, maybe you could get away with just filling in with this. But for me, I have brows, but they really need a lot of shaping. And so I couldn't just go in with this because it's just going to color my existing hairs and not fill in where there should be some hairs growing. But I do not mind it at all. Just kind of going over an already filled in brow. Maybe filling in a little bit of extra in a little deeper color where I need it. This does have that gel in it, so it does dry down. I mean, I don't have hairs that flap in the wind, okay? And I think that's why you would need a waterproof gel to hold the hairs in place. Perhaps you're going swimming, or it's raining, or you're going to be somewhere where someone's splashing you with water and you don't want your brow to fall off. Then this would help in those scenarios. But for me, on the daily, I'm not really doing any of those things, and if I am somewhere getting wet, more than likely don't have any makeup on. I mean, so I don't think it's a necessary product unless you're just curious about it or you want to just kind of go over something existing. But for me, oh, that looks nice, right? It looks nice, but it kind of feels like it's drying out already. I just bought this. I like to save, sometimes I save things though before I film a haul for like a month or so. You know, because I don't buy everything all at once. I don't go shopping every week, but I like to save things over the course of time. And I guess at this point with makeup and skincare and stuff, I almost feel like it's more beneficial if I buy them, use them, and then film a haul and say, hey, I bought this, here's how I feel about it, like a haul and review situation. I know back in the day, in the earlier years of YouTube, hauls were the thing, and it was so fun to watch, and it still is. I still get giddy watching what people buy, right? But I think YouTube has been inundated with PR now, and so that kind of muddies the water there a little bit. But I can assure you, I am here purchasing all of these things that I'm showing you. Not everything. I am on, Drunk Elephant does send me things from time to time, but that is, and Pixie sometimes too, but those are the only two. And I usually tell you, hey, they sent me this. But either way, I've purchased from both Pixie and Drunk Elephant well before they somehow got my address and things started showing up on my doorstep. And I am ever so grateful and thankful because, I mean, if I had to choose, I'd rather be on a skincare PR because that is something I use every day, sometimes 3 times a day. Like when I'm doing yard work, I'm like getting ready to go outside, and then I'm showering after, and then we'll go to the pool and I'm showering. Like I am constantly in there with some sort of skincare product slapping back onto my face. And I'd rather invest in my skin now at this point of the game, being in my 30s, than, you know, out there just buying and or collecting or using all this makeup, which makeup is fun and I totally get it. I just go in waves with makeup, right? Like I go in waves of just being like, well, this is the look I like right now. These are the products that I'm using, and I just want to focus on using up what I have. And then something new will come out that perks my interest, and that kind of like revs the engine, you know, get you excited for makeup again. But skincare is one of those things where you have to use it. Like you have to wash your face and moisturize your face. And if you want to have good skin, you know, for your makeup, you need to use an acid and an SPF and things like that. I have varying opinions on PR and stuff like that, and I think really it just all comes down to who are you watching? Do you trust them? Because if you don't trust them, you know, you might have a negative opinion about them receiving PR or whatever. But I think if you're watching someone who you really trust and you believe in, and someone who's very transparent with you, then I personally don't have an issue with it at all. I mean, I could care less. Like, I trust their opinion whether they bought it or it was sent to them or not. Yeah, you might have a little weightier of an opinion if it's your own money that you use to buy something. But if I get sent something and I don't really like it, more than likely it doesn't really appear here on my channel, and that has happened a lot of times. Because I like to just talk about things I like. I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. I kind of think about it like this, like you watch all these commercials and, you know, they're sponsored and they're, you know, you have celebrities appearing here and there and everywhere. Do you really think for 1 minute that Jennifer Aniston solely uses Aveeno in her skincare routine? Like, she might use the body lotion and stuff, but there is no way at her level and how beautiful she is and how perfect her skin is that she's using Aveeno. Let's be real here. And do you have a problem with it? No. Couldn't even care less. I mean, she doesn't make me want to buy Aveeno anyways. Like, I have a mind of my own and I can make my own opinion on products and try it and whatnot. And I don't care. I'm not buying it because she says to buy it anyways. Like, that doesn't affect me or sway my opinion on it in any way, shape, or form. And that's why this YouTube thing is so influential, I think, and so much better of a way to get marketing. Like, because who would you trust more, me or some celebrity? I mean, and I feel that way too. Like, I watch certain people, I trust them more than so-and-so on the TV telling me to buy it. You know, so it's like, I get where YouTube has gone with this. I need to stop playing with these eyebrows because I don't even care and we're spending too much time on them. I get it, like, it makes more sense to me, and I'm not a marketing person or a business, to send it to Ma and Pa, you know, next door, than to the celebrity endorsed multimillionaire that can pretty much buy whatever they want and pay to get a whole new face if they wanted. But you're gonna trust someone who is using it, is grateful to get the product, you know what I mean? Now, yes, there are people that abuse the system and that ruin it and are greedy and are money hungry and hungry for fame, and you're always gonna have that. But then don't watch those people if it angers you or if it frustrates you. Get rid of the negativity and then you won't feel that way anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna not sit and talk about that too long, but I do want to do a little bit of a, I don't know, a bronzy look today. So I kind of dug deep in my drawers once again, trying to rotate through my makeup, use things I already have. And I'm going to go in with Laura Mercier's Baroque is what it's called. It's like a, I don't know, a blah color, I guess. I like it. I like those colors. And I'm just going to fluff that into the crease area. Basically, it's a nice summery bronzy color. It's pretty just buffed all over the place. This was a YouTube influenced purchase. Lisa D1, who influenced me a lot in my earlier days here of YouTube as far as makeup purchasing. Mostly because I always thought that her makeup looked really pretty and I just felt like I trusted her. She's been on YouTube a really long time and she knows what she's talking about. And she really has a passion and a joy in, you know, makeup and beauty and fashion and just kind of hanging out with us girls here. And so I bought this because of her. And I really find myself reaching for it a lot in the summer because it has really tiny, tiny little flecks of shimmer in it. In fact, let me see. It doesn't really blend out to have too much. Let's zoom you in. Oop, I always do that the wrong direction. Turn this up a little bit here. Maybe the slightest, smallest little sheen, but nothing crazy. But basically, it's just a really pretty color to blend recklessly like I'm doing all over the place. I'm one of those people where if you give me boundaries and rules, I'm probably going to break them a little bit. Not with intentions of being like bad or whatever, but I just don't like to feel closed in. I don't do well with someone saying, don't do this, or you can only do this. I'm like, yeah, but I can work with this within those parameters, but I might need to push the boundaries a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with NARS Intensity Shadow in the shade Himalaya. And I'm going to start with just my finger here. I don't even know if these two colors go together, but I just kind of was digging in my drawer there and grabbing some things I haven't used in a while. I think what we'll do, oh my gosh, this is going to end up such a similar look as to what I just recently filmed. I'm sorry, but you know, when you like something, you like something. I guess I don't need to apologize for that. I like that wet lid look in the summer. I might need to throw something a little brighter. I thought this was a brighter lid shade for some reason. I don't remember it being this dark. Okay, so I'm going to go over the top of that with my favorite ColourPop shadow. I hope they still make this. This is my favorite out of all of them. Let me turn this back down. It's called Fringe, and it is fantastic. It is a very beautiful, like champagne, like a white diamond champagne type color. Just very, very brightening. So I just took a light colored, you know how they line the inner rim? I don't like it on me. I feel like it makes me look not human. Like, what is it about this that makes me look so strange? I don't know. See, this is another one of those things. Let me grab a Q-tip here. This is another one of those, like, I see people on YouTube doing it, but maybe it's only meant for certain eye shapes. I don't know. Every time I do it, I feel like I look like an alien. I look like not human, and I just don't care for it. I like a dark color on my rim, and actually I think what I'm going to do today, I like to do like a bronzy color. It brings out my eye color and it gives me definition without it being too dark. So either one of these will work. I'm just going to use Max Teddy here. Now this does close the eye off, so if you are going to do black, if you have small eyes, this will indeed make them look smaller. But I don't know, if you like it, that's fine. Like, I guess if you like the lighter color, it's supposed to make your eyes look bigger and wide-eyed and all that stuff, but I feel like it just does not do complimentary things for me. I really would like to do some black eyeliner today, but quite honestly, it stresses me out trying to do it on camera. It's very difficult to do, especially at this angle of how I have things set up. So I'm just going to line my upper waterline here with the same eyeliner, and that will give the illusion of fuller, thicker, longer lashes and kind of define my eye out here a little bit. I don't like to mess with a lot of eyeliner in the summertime. Or when my kids are home and I'm trying to hurry so we can get out the door here. And I think as I get older, less liner can sometimes be more youthful. And depending on what makeup look and so on and so forth that you have going on. But because it's daytime and I'm going to be out in the bright sunlight. Why does this eye look weird? I'm going to just do what I've just done here. If you have not gone on board, that new lash growth serum, it literally works. My lashes are unlike anything they've ever been before. This look is calling for a pink lip, so I grabbed the Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Dragon Fruit. And then for my lipstick, I grabbed MAC's Girl About Town. I certainly love a bright pink lip. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this Gloss Angeles. This is the color Sheen Writer. This is a beautiful gloss with the most fine, gorgeous micro shimmers in it. And it just, takes this lip look like to a whole new level. I hope you guys enjoyed today's chit chat. I always love just sitting down here and having a good girl chat with you. It's just one of my favorite things to do in life. And I was missing you. I've been very busy this week with yard work once again and being sick and all that stuff. I always feel a little bit more rejuvenated when I have on a full face of makeup, B, a shower, and C, my girl time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day and we'll chat again soon. Bye guys.